600,000 jobs in the next 100 days. President Obama says that's his goal, to create or save 600,000 jobs for the next phase of his so-called roadmap to recovery. The president today unveiled a plan to speed up spending of the $787 billion stimulus plan. Let's go to our White House correspondent, Suzanne Malveaux. She's following all of these developments for us. Suzanne, what's the latest?
Well, Fairley, the timing is no surprise here. The administration under an increasing pressure from critics, really, who want to prove if this investment money is really worth it. It's creating the kinds of jobs. A lot of people saying these shovel-ready projects far from actually being ready. And by the time the money gets to these projects, that the economy will ultimately improve on its own. So the administration is trying to fast-track a lot of these projects to get that money flowing.
President Obama is promising to put more Americans back to work this summer.
The goal here is that we're going to create or save 600,000 jobs over the next 100 days.
Whether Obama can deliver on this promise is another story.
The information that we're getting now, the 150,000 jobs they said were created in the first 100 days, and the 600,000 jobs they're estimating will be created in the next 100 days, those are based on formulas. So that's fuzzy math at this point. They don't really know yet how many jobs have actually been created.
Vice Presidential Economic Advisor Jared Bernstein disputed that.
This is an absolute tried and true economic methodology.
But the administration has already had to do some backpedaling. Back in January, when the president was selling his $787 billion economic stimulus package, he promised to save or create between 3.5 to 4 million jobs over the next 2 years. That was based on an assumption that unemployment wouldn't go above 8%. But with unemployment at a 25-year high of 9.4%, Bernstein acknowledged they had incomplete information and got it wrong.
Our forecast seemed reasonable. Now, looking back, it was clearly too optimistic.
But the White House is continuing to shop the silver lining. This on the latest unemployment numbers.
This was the fewest number of jobs that we have lost in about 8 months. So it was about half of the number lost of just a few months ago. And it's a sign that we're moving in the right direction.
President Obama also defended the administration against what some say was a slow start in getting that money to create jobs, those projects, saying that he would rather put these safeguards in place than have taxpayer money wasted on potential boondoggles. Wolf?
Suzanne, thanks very much. Republicans want to know, where's the proof this stimulus plan is working? Some key GOP members are arguing that the giant spending plan is simply a total waste of taxpayer dollars. Let's go to our congressional correspondent, Brianna Keeler. She has that side of the story. What's going on, Brianna?
Well, if Republicans say speeding up the rollout of stimulus dollars is just wasting money more quickly. As the president announced plans to jumpstart job creation by spending stimulus dollars more quickly, Republicans said the White House is trying to distract from dismal jobs numbers.
When we spend money in Washington, we've got to have results. There just has not been any sustainable job creation started in this country, and I think this is what the administration is trying to do, is to put some type of cover on what it is that's actually gone on.
And that, says Congressman Eric Cantor, the #2 Republican in the House, is a waste of $787 billion of your taxpayer dollars.
The bill is passed.
In February, it was Democrats who pushed the stimulus through Congress with almost no Republican support. Republicans opposed to unprecedented government spending are calculating that if the stimulus falters or fails, voters will blame Democrats.
I'm very skeptical that the spending binge that we're on is going to produce much good, and even if it does, anytime soon. And I think the economy is just as likely to begin to recover on its own, wholly aside from this, before much of this has an impact. So I'm very skeptical.
Republicans are minimizing the types of jobs the Obama administration says it plans to create this summer. Jobs for teachers, create or preserve teachers, police officers, summer jobs for young people. We heard Congressman Cantor say that's well and good, but it's small businesses that are being ignored, and that's where jobs really need to be grown, Wolf, to recover the economy.